housing is extremely expensive. If you are a family of four, you'll obviously need a 2 bedroom house. So good 2 bedroom flat will anyhow cost around, I would say, around 75 to 80,000 dirhams. Mind you, you're not the only one thinking of coming here. All the Europe, all the Americans, everyone wants to come. So generally, I'll tell you the real fact. So the average Indian doctor would start around in Dubai. He would start around 35. Is a dream here.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to get a job also.
Hello, all. This is Dr. Dheeraj Masapu. I'm a consultant neuroanesthesiologist, and you all know who is the guest here. He has come in multiple interviews of in our channel, Dr. Nitin Manohar. Nitin has become consultant. Congratulations, Nitin, for becoming consultant in Cleveland Clinic.
Thank you, Dheeraj. So I was a consultant in India. I became. Now, I mean, I came in as a specialist here, but now I recently wrote the exam and got the consultant license. So now they are giving consultant license eligibility to Indians also in UAE. The pathway is different. If you give me 2 minutes, I'll just tell the pathway
Yeah,
for
please
people
tell me.
who will. So it is a 10 years experience after MD, and then they take some academic criteria also, like some publications and presentations you require, and then there is a exam. You have to sit the exam and you have to clear the exam. So then you can upgrade your license to consultant license. So this is the process which has been started, and now many of us are converting our license to consultant licenses now.
But previously only American and UK degrees or CCT.
Yeah. So tier one is US, UK, Australia, and these tier one countries, Canada. So these degrees are tier one. So they were only consultants, and tier two is the Arab countries and all that. So we fall under tier three.
Okay.
Unfortunately, our Indian degrees and all that. So now they have given eligibility to tier three also.
Okay.
So tier three also can write an exam and become a consultant. So this is the pathway. Also for DMs, come under tier two actually. So if you are a DM, you're already in tier two. You can give an exam from tier two and also become a consultant. So because neuroanesthesia still hasn't come into their subspecialty thing, so critical care, cardiac, pain, all this has come. Neuro also is coming. I think it has already come. But anyhow, I gave the exam through the consultant through the tier three route and got the license. So it doesn't matter now. Yeah.
Cardiac anesthesia and pediatric anesthesia are at present registered as DMs.
Yeah. Some specialties are recognized as subspecialties for tier two if you have a DM.
Yes.
Now
Neuro work is in your hospital it is happening, but in other hospitals I don't think that much work.
Yeah, generally there are only designated few neuro centers who do high quality neuro work.
Yeah.
So our hospital, Cleveland Clinic, is the center for excellence for stroke, center for excellence for neuro care. All the brain tumors, all the strokes, aneurysms come here. So nobody else touches this. So in the whole Abu Dhabi, you mean?
In Abu Dhabi area, if stroke happens, it should be channelized to your hospital only. There is no other way, correct? No.
No, there is another hospital also. Emergency stroke work they do.
Okay.
But the difficult cases or aneurysms, so stroke, as you know, thrombotic or hemorrhagic. So thrombotic stroke they treat anywhere in some hospitals and in some stroke centers. But if it comes to an aneurysm or an AVM which has to be embolized or coiled or clipped, most of them come to So the expertise is in only few centers. So it's like that.
That is the best way actually. So that one center will be trained in one area.
Yeah, the advantage is the infrastructure is so good that moving patients from one hospital to other is very easy. Like in 20 minutes or 15 minutes or half an hour, from any part of Abu Dhabi, you can come to, so they quickly move patients. The ambulance services,
traffic
EMS, all that, they are very good. So transporting patients is not as difficult in India. So, and people know also the other hospitals, as soon as they see a stroke, they'll say go to Cleveland, refer to Cleveland, and quickly the ambulance will push to Cleveland. So that is the kind of structure that they have made in the healthcare. So we do cardiac emergencies, neuro emergencies. So most of these emergencies will come here. And transplants, obviously, we are the number one transplant center. So all liver, cardiac, lung.
I think all the transplant anesthesia DMs also might have opportunity in your place in future.
Yeah. So currently the transplant team is run by the cardiac team here. So they are doing both cardiac and transplant work. But they have a team of specialized transplant people who are interested in transplant.
Got it. Got
So
it.
opportunity is definitely there for people who want to do transplant. There are some people who do only transplant. There are some people who do only cardiac. There are some people who do cardiac and transplant. So everything is based on your area of interest. So if you are interested, they will put you in the team and you can do it. But good cases, all high end cases happen.
Got it, got it, got it, got it. Superb, superb. So basically, this video, I would like to show you one video recently which I collected. I'll share. Their
Okay.
47,000 dirhams salary, their rent costs a bit over 10,000 dirhams, electricity at 1,600, phone and internet nearly 1,000, and they have personal loans of 4,080 per month. One of their cars is on finance, which costs them 3,000 dirhams, fuel at 1,000 dirhams, and Salik roughly around 100 dirhams. Their family expenses, which include groceries, education, cleaning services, and salon, in total comes a little over 8,000 dirhams. Their recreational tab includes shopping, dining out, which sums up to 5,700 dirhams. They pay 600 dirhams for the gym and 2,000 dirhams for the life insurance. Since they are expats living in Dubai, they travel back home along with a potential holiday for which they keep aside 5,000 dirhams per month. This brings their expense to nearly 43,000 dirhams per month, thereby leaving them with 8.5% to save, that is 4,000 dirhams. This is a classic example of higher income does not mean more savings. I know I say this often, but let me remind you that if you struggle to live within your means with 4,000 dirhams, you will struggle at 40,000 dirhams too. This family approached me because they acknowledged that. So basically, I think you understood the essence of it. What she's trying to tell is a family which is earning 45,000 dirhams in Dubai is able to save only 8%, that is some 4 to 5,000 dirhams, because of the high level of expenses there. So most of the Indian doctors, when they enter, they will earn around that much. So basically, why we come to Dubai and Abu Dhabi is to save money and invest and become rich. So when that is not happening, then what is the actual point of coming? Is my question. That is what I.
I'm very happy that you played these videos, because in your previous videos you were showing numbers which were very unrealistic. So nobody 8,000, 100,000 here. So the ground reality is that any Indian doctor would be making like the numbers that you're seeing. That is a realistic number. So with that number, then you have to plan your life. So your expenditures should always be limited to what you want to save. So your lifestyle also, you can spend everything here. Dubai, if you spend one day in Dubai, you will spend 1,000 2,000 dirhams. So if you go for a 5-day holiday, you can spend all your earnings and come back with zero pockets. So Dubai will suck away all your money. That capability Dubai has. It's such a city. So you need to know where you can save, where you should spend, what is an unnecessary spending, what is an unnecessary expenditure, how to make all those how to cut those expenditures, and then you can properly save. But I would say, if you are this is what general dictum is, that if you are a single earner here,
Hmm.
okay, and you're a doctor here, so your wife is not working and you have two children,
Hmm.
you will end up spending 75% of your salary.
So
Okay,
okay,
5 to 80% of your salary will,
even if you
most
live
of the
carefully
people, even if you try to limit, see, here you can, here the lifestyle is very good, quality of life is very good, but it comes at a price. Everything is paid here. If you park your car for 1 hour, you have to pay for it. If you if you go somewhere, you have to pay for it. So everything is high priced here. And you living here, you cannot live without those facilities and those things also. You will go out, you will dine out, you will take your family out, your children will go to recreational places. You want a good life also. The one main reason why people come here is not because of money. Actually, many people have this thing that numbers, savings, how much you'll save, how much you'll, this much money, what you'll do with all those money has to be converted to experiences, right? And this country and this place offers that. So it is a very nice place to have a good quality of life. So even if you don't spend much, you will have a very good quality of life. But obviously, you will spend a little and have your family very comfortable here. Obviously, you'll have a car. Obviously, you'll live in a good house. Obviously, you'll have holidays. You'll go for vacations. So you'll dine out. You'll order food from outside. So this is all common expenditure. So the dictum is, if one person is earning 75% of your salary is gonna, the best for doctors here, the best people are those who have two earners in the family, like the husband and wife both are working, then it really works out well because the expenditure remains the same. You will probably spend 1% salary or maybe 75% of 1% salary. The rest of the money can go for savings. So your lifestyle, your savings, everything doubles up.
Got it.
So that is the way you do. I know many people who are single earners here who have been here for a long time, and they say initially they used to save, but now they have reached a stage there where they are not saving anything. Their children are grown up, their needs are different. They need two cars at home, they need their lifestyle. So they end up spending uh, most of the money. So that is the reality here. The cost of living is also high, earning is also high, cost of living is also high. In every country, it will be like that. Wherever the cost of the earnings are high, the cost of living also will be high. So that is you have to match it and you have to try to control and take control of. So the expenditures that she was showing, no, all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Yeah. So some of them are inevitable. So the first major expenditure that everybody faces here is housing. Housing is extremely expensive. If you are a family of four, you'll obviously need a two-bedroom house. Okay,
Yeah.
nothing less than a two-bedroom house will be good. So good two-bedroom flat will anyhow cost around, I would say around 75 to 80,000 dirhams per year. This is a yearly
The
contract.
monthly, if you
So
take
come up to around how much does that come up to?
6,000,
To
6,000 to 7,000 dirhams, it will be roughly.
7,000.
Yeah.
7,000 is big. This is, mind you, I'm telling you a two-bedroom house, which is a very basic house. So if you go above, it will easily touch 100,000.
Okay.
So most of us are around that 100,000
Got it.
range houses here. Housing is one. Second thing is education. Schooling is very, very expensive here. If you put your children in education in international schools, the expenditure is too much. The school fees will be around 60 to 70,000 per year average. This
So
is
that
the
is
minimum.
again, per month, it is again 5,000. So 15,000 is
Yeah.
finished there.
Five, make it transport and all that, you put around seven
7. Okay.
again.
17,000 is over in
So
these two only.
this is for one child. If you
Yeah.
have two children, add seven. Add another seven. No, no, no. This is the real math. Numbers that you were showed were very nice to hear. I was laughing when you were showing the video, but that is not the ground reality. So you add another seven.
So
Then I'll
22
tell you
over.
the next expenditure will be your housing, grocery, and everything. So grocery, everything is available here. You name the fruit and vegetable from India, from the world, you will
Exotic.
get it. But it is all expensive. Okay, so forget about your the Indian shopping that we do, and we take about 500 bucks and get all the vegetables and grocery. It's not the case here. You will spend at least 3,000 to 4,000 minimum for
27
your
more.
house. This is what I'm telling for house grocery. Okay, and then added to that, you add your internet, you add your car. Obviously, you'll buy a car, you'll take an EMI. Minimum EMI would be around 3 to 4,000, and then fuel will be around 500 dirhams. Internet will be 500 dirhams per month.
33.
Okay, so these are all your basic expenses.
Visa
So
expenses, taxation. Oh, those won't be there. Tax is one thing which is not.
that is one thing which is not there yet. But everything else has a price, and then every month you will have recreation, you will enjoy, you will do something. So you have to keep some money for that. So maybe about
35,000.
35,000. 35,000 is like a minimum money that you need to run a house with basic. I have not even come to the extra expenses now. This is only to eat, to live, to study, and to survive. This is the kind of expenses that you need. So you can come down on this and take some make some savings in all this, but it's very difficult
Very, very
to.
frugal you have to live for that.
Yeah, you have to live very frugal, and mind you, nobody lives that way. Everybody lives a good life here, so you kind of accept it, and
So then
so
whatever she showed is correct. Say doctor if is earning 45, 50 if
oh,
you take, then 35
yeah,
is
this
over.
family, what she showed, the family that she showed are spending very much. So
Hmm.
I saw the expense.
Yeah.
Everything is a little above the margin. So maybe you can come down a little on that, but minimum is 35,000 per month for a two children
So,
family is minimum.
45,000 to 50,000 if doctor is earning, maybe 10 to 15,000 dirhams he can save in a month.
Oh yeah, that is the realistic target.
Hmm.
That's all. So if an Indian doctor is doing very well in India, he will easily save that much.
Yeah.
because your expenses are very less in India.
In India, with
You're renting
50,000, we
less,
can live.
yeah, in 50,000 or keep 1 lakh
Hmm.
for your most of the needs. Keep 1.5. But if Indian good doctor who is doing well, you will end up saving much more than that. So, so the real math is this.
Basically, quality of life is what you get. That is the final point.
Oh yeah, quality of life at the price of nothing. So no tax.
Hmm.
You don't pay anything as tax, but you get 100% good returns in terms of good road, good facility, blah blah blah.
Good leaves and
But
all.
everything has a price. We only pay VAT
Hmm.
on each product. So we are actually paying tax. We're not that we're not paying tax. So VAT is there. And second thing is municipality tax. So whatever house you buy, you have to pay municipality tax for the basic. It's not like electricity and water. Electricity and water is another bill. It will also gas, all that is separate bill. So that will come up to around 500 dirhams average. The municipality tax is the facility for the tax for the services that you use. So we on average pay around 400 to 500 dirhams. I pay
Okay.
for a municipality tax. So you add all this also to the max. We didn't add this. So
Yeah.
these are all the
35,000 dirhams you have to spend.
35 minimum.
Hmm.
So you will spend this much, but you will have a good life. You will quality of life is good. So this is the real story here. And if you end up spending more, you want to go to Dubai, you want to do this, do that, and uh, so not that we don't do it, we do it, but you cannot do it
No, but
very
see,
regularly.
after
You have to
talking to
plan.
you in the beginning before the recording, what I understood is you have a system there, you have a SOP there, you have a structure there. So that is priceless. That is not there in India actually in that level. So
Yeah.
that
So what we feel is that's what like the quality of life. Like I told you, the time that I spend on the road, in the traffic, on unnecessary things, on unnecessary headaches, nothing is there. So all that adds a lot of good feeling. Even though you spend so much, but it gives you a good. At the end of the day, you're happy with the good life, and most of them, I think, if you ask many people why they are here, it will be not only the money. The money is also good, yeah, but it's also the quality of life, and you don't need to deal with unnecessary hassles. That you would probably deal in a day-to-day life in India. So that is what and the advantage is the proximity to India. So in 2.5 hours, 3 hours, you can reach Bangalore. 3 hours is our flight time. So flight frequencies are very good. On a weekend, you can go and come back on a Monday morning. So
yeah,
such is the facility here. So all this is
that is the
uh,
advantage of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. In US, Australia, you cannot do that if you go.
once you go to the west, then you feel that you're very away. Here you don't feel away because you see a lot of Indians, and its house is also very close, and you can travel anytime, and people from home are also coming here. We are going there, so it keeps happening. So it's not very difficult.
Got it, got it. So then, so what kind of adaptation people should have when they plan to come to your kind of hospital? Most of the hospitals will be in that standard only, no?
No, not necessarily. Again, so that's what I was trying to tell you. So when you enter UAE, how much ever experienced you are, if you're 45, 50, you have so many degrees, you are whatever. But when you come to this country, you are a fresher.
Even with the
So they
professor comes also, it is considered like a fresher only.
anybody who comes here from another country, because you don't have experience here in this country, you will be considered as a fresher, and you
Okay.
will get the fresher salary only.
Oh.
So and salary between a fresher and a very experienced person also will not be very different here, unless you are doing something very extraordinary, like
Okay.
you are doing pediatric anesthesia, because many people don't want to do pediatric and neonates here because it's risky. If you're doing obstetric anesthesia, or if you're doing transplant, if you're doing neuro, if you're doing cardiac, so some specialization, all that if you have, then your salary package will also go little high, but not very. It can't keep growing, and growth also is not very like it won't keep going here. So you will reach a plateau, but
Uh,
then
di-
we are happy.
Disparity is less between the different grades. That is what you're telling. In India, disparity is more between the grades. Like SR salary and other salaries will be totally different.
Here, disparity is there, but disparity is between people from different countries.
Yeah, yeah.
So, which country you have come from? So, your package, your salary is based on, and it's also correct. I feel in sometimes because for someone to come from a Western country, he has to be paid on par with the salary there. Only then he will come here, right? Why should he come
Yes.
here? He has to be paid a little more than what he would fetch there.
Yeah.
And likewise for Indians, it should be more than what we would fetch back home. So
Okay.
then only they will attract talent. So that is the real story. Then why will they pay an Indian who's come from India as much as a American person? Because there's no match there. So they pay you more than what. So the comparison for people here should always be this is something that again people told me here.
Yeah.
Some wise person told me. You compare yourself what you are and
Okay.
don't try to compare with others. Okay,
Got,
this person, this country, why is he getting so much salary? If you think like that, then you'll get depressed. So you always look at yourself.
got it.
I was this previously. Now I am here. Am I happy or not? That is the question that you need to answer.
Got
So
it.
don't compare. If you start comparing, then you start getting into that
Negative loop.
feel. Uh, loop. So that's it. But at the end of the day, we are all happy. We are
In
content. I think.
in the eastern countries, is there any difference between you think any difference is there in the like surrounding countries?
Uh, so most of the people here are from India only and Pakistan. Pakistan also there are some physicians. We are at the same scale. We are not different. So we are treated the same way. And apart from this, I have not seen any people coming here. So all the other countries, our surrounding countries also, if you say Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, we don't get physicians. We get mainly nurses or lower class people to come and work here. Apart from that, we get a lot of Filipino nurses and Korean nurses and all that. But I have never seen physicians coming from there. That tells another story, that maybe the
Paid.
physicians are very well paid there and doing well there. So they don't come. I have never seen
Japan,
all of them.
anybody comes,
So
huh?
the main people are Indians here and Pakistanis. And then we have a lot of people coming from the UK and Europe now because I think now the inflation and all that has gone very high. So Europe has become very difficult for Europeans to sustain their
Yeah.
life is very expensive now and they don't save much. So they come here. UK also. Lot of people from UK are migrating here. The proper UK citizens. And a lot of Indians from here are going to UK now because they see an opportunity because the NHS is wanting more people and then some people want to stay there and make change their nationality. So this migration keeps happening. This is a very global world. So once I came out of India, I understood that what we think back home is very, very small. And it's always been a global world. If you see, most of the civilizations have gone through all these migrations. So they go to another place for work, for trade, and this keeps happening. And most of the world cities that you see now, you go to New York, you go to Toronto, you go to London, you will find all people from all countries there. And everybody has come for good work or their financial or settlement and all that. So it's a part of life.
You have to cross country and then see how the world is. Only then you'll know this perspective, right?
Yeah,
So
only when you see, you will know how it is. But this part of the world offers unique advantages that you don't get taxed, good quality of life, bright sunshine, not depressing weather, and proximity to India. All these are advantages. But then it comes with disadvantages also, which you have already discussed
yeah,
previously.
correct.
Is you don't get any long-term returns here. So you're only here for work. The day you finish your work, you're retiring, you have to go back. You cannot retire here. You cannot even live 1 month without pay here. But in India, you can live a retired life. So
Correct.
all the people work and then go back to India and retire. They never retire. Here, only the working class people. So that's why the society here is also very clean. It's only the people who are working and everyone is doing something. So you never find people who are out of work here because they cannot sustain it all. You lose your work after 1 month, you have to get out of this country.
Got
So
it.
you don't find jobless people. You don't find, you know, there's all that is not at all there because you cannot live on it. You
Got it.
have to have a job. Your earnings going and government. They give visa only to people who can work and who have skilled work. So
Like working
that
is
is
till
a
what age actually for doctors there? Like until what age?
nothing like people
Nothing.
have. I've seen people working up 65, 67 also. It depends on fitness, how you are, and So up to 60, I think the license is very easy. After 60, you have to go undergo a health checkup every year to see if you're fit and all that. But I have seen people here, they focus on their health and fitness also. So I've seen people of 65 working like 40, 45-year olds because they have maintained their fitness. They're very, very athletic, and you cannot make out the way they were. And everybody has to work here, mind you. It's not like you can get a senior position and sit and boss over or do professorship.
No,
Nothing like that. Even
one more myth is
everybody
there
will
in
work.
India. What they think is, hey, we'll go to Middle East and relax. This is what the feeling many of my subscribers also would be
If
thinking.
you,
We'll see Dheeraj
if
sir video. We'll go to Middle East and relax.
you think you are going to come here for relaxation, that is the number one myth that you have. It is not like that. Here, they choose the best skilled workers from all over the world. And mind you, you are not the only one thinking of coming here. All the Europe, all the Americans, everyone wants to come to Dubai because Dubai is very luxurious. UAE is very luxurious and it has all the freedom. You can live however you want. It's very difficult to keep a job here. So that's why I was telling you, if you don't get growth, also people are not very bothered here. But you need to be stable. You need to keep your job. To keeping a job and keeping your this thing is also very challenging.
You
And
have to perform.
everybody, you have to perform. If you don't work, you will out. You'll be out. So they will not even keep anyone. So this is not a place to relax at all. And they choose people also who are very skilled and who can manage it. So if you're a beginner in your career, that's why I was telling in my previous interview also, if you're just 3 years experience, you just jump here, you'll find it difficult. But if you work for a few years, you have seen everything, you have seen all the cases, difficult cases in India. Because there are so many other challenges also here that you need to deal with. People from other nationalities, how to communicate with them, how to maintain professionalism. This all we don't know. These are challenges. But clinically, we are all good because we worked in very good institutes, did very good work. So that was relatively manageable here. That was not a challenge. But if you are challenged in clinical ways also, then it becomes very difficult. You will not be able to sustain it.
But
Very competitive market.
you went in a right position, like after DM 5 years, and then you're leading a
Yeah.
team,
So
and then yeah.
yeah, I had around 5 years of practice in India, and then I jumped here. I think for me it was the right time because I had gained enough experience and I was confident, and I mean I'd done everything. And then I moved here, so I didn't find it difficult. So I would suggest that is the best time, not the initial phase.
Yeah, that's what many people are asking questions. Sir, after DA, can I go to Middle East? After MD, I mean, MD just finished, sir, can I go to Middle East? These kind of questions are coming up.
You will not get a job. Even if you get a job, you will not even keep it for 1 month. This is a ground reality I'm going to tell you. If you don't perform for 1 month, in 1 week they will assess you. They will know what kind of an anesthetist you are, whether you can manage or not. And you will not even stay for 15 days.
If
So
they have to develop experience on par, like to withstand that kind of culture, where should they work in India?
I would say more than, because in India you have cover. You have so many people around you. Teamwork is there. Here you have to work alone, boss. Here you're given a work, you're given an OT, you have to finish the OT yourself. You have to finish the case, whatever difficulty it is. You cannot expect second help, and you are going to work alone here. In India, you have all the help from technicians, junior, registrars, blah blah blah. 2 3 people inducing a case. Never the senior. Even if it's a pediatric case, even if it's a complicated sitting craniotomy, I will do it alone. Imagine, only alone. So I have to know everything, small basic things to major things. I have to keep it in mind. That will come only with experience. So not very easy. So if you have this myth that you can come here, relax, make money. First of all, one myth that people have is if you have a degree, DHA exam clearance, you will get a job here. There are, I have, I don't know. Every week I get at least 10 calls from India asking me for job. I have a DHA exam clearance, Dubai exam clearance. I have. So passing the exam is only a very first step. Getting a job is very, very difficult here because it's very competitive. Jobs are very less and applicants are a lot because people from all over the world are applying here. So to get a job is very, very difficult. I have got so many of my own good friends whom even I tried to get them in, but unfortunately CVs were not good, or the experience is not enough. They didn't even get a job. So they got the exam clear. They cleared the exam. They waited for 1 year, 2 year, didn't even get a job. So this is very common. So Dubai exam is, mind you, very easy to clear. So everybody will have a DHL license, and then they will say, "I want to come to Dubai. I want to come to Dubai." Very difficult. Jobs are very difficult. Abu Dhabi exam is also tough. Getting a job also is tough. So it's
Got
a
it.
double. So many people, they don't target Abu Dhabi at all. That's why they target Dubai, and
From
then
there, they
they,
can
by experience, they get some. Try to switch to Abu Dhabi. That is the way that it
basically they
happens.
have to
Because
work. They have to work in a good hospital in India for 5 to 6 years, build the CV, and then plan.
yeah, things are different now. Mine, maybe 10 years back it was not like that. I'll tell you, maybe 10 years back, people who are not very good there, they would come here to relax, to do mediocre work, make some money. Now the situation has changed. Now youngsters are coming. All qualified people are coming. People with fellowships, people with DM are also coming here. Now it's no more like that.
Actually, the
That
hospital in which you are there is top notch. Now, recently,
no,
Saudi
even
Arabia,
in the
Oman,
even in the
in
private, I'm not like that. Even in the
mm,
private is more challenging. I'll tell you, Dheeraj. I am working in a place where all the equipment, all the support, backup systems are there. It's good. But in a private setup, you will have only three anesthetists, okay, and they'll be managing a three OT setup. Okay, so one person will come in the morning, one will come in the afternoon, one will come in the evening for the night shift, and
mm,
then you have to manage among themselves. So most of the times you are alone. If something happens, you cannot call for help. Who will call for help? Nobody is there for help.
mm.
Person cannot come. So
In
most of the
small
situation,
hospital, blood bank, and all those things, or ICU, all.
so no ICU, no blood bank. So
Mm.
if you try to get into a complication, it will be very difficult to come out of the complication.
The problem is that in
So
India also, small hospitals, they don't have blood bank, they don't have ICU, they don't have a proper backup. Still, they're operating like
yeah. So now you have worked in big hospitals. Now
yeah.
will you work? You cannot
No,
work.
no, I can't. Even if I
It's
get
very,
hired, I will not go.
yeah, and those challenges are very different. People who do freelancing, that is a totally they should be extra smart, extra careful. So here also
Anyways,
it's the same.
the
And
technique.
here medical are taken very seriously. So if any complication happens, 200% you will be investigated.
Got it.
So there will be a hearing, and if you're found culprit, then you will be suspended, and your license will be suspended, or they might be taking whatever action based on the level of negligence and all that. So you have to be very medico legally correct here. Whatever you do has to be textbook and according to the guidelines. You cannot deviate from that because I did something in I used to do something. It doesn't work here. It has to be acceptable to a panel of peers and senior experts that what you did was what they would also do in a normal circumstance.
You should be
So that's
very,
how.
if it is reasonable, then they will agree. Otherwise, yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Got it.
difficult to. These are all some of the myths that people. So
But Saudi
these
and
are
Oman, I think some kind of scarcity has come up now. They're recruiting actually in bulk now. I'm in my WhatsApp group. I'm sharing
Saudi
recently.
with reality. So I told you again. So
Mm,
UAE has the best life.
mm.
Okay, the quality of life. If you plan a holiday and come to Dubai, you'll understand Dubai or Abu Dhabi. What life is it?
I'm not
It's
getting
as
money to
open.
come. Next time,
Go to the
that is Indian
so
system.
yeah. So it's very open. Quality of life is very good. So it's a very so most of the Westerners also that's why want to work in UAE. Next country would be probably Qatar. It is coming up in a good way. Then would be something Bahrain maybe. Okay. And then Oman will come under that. Oman, the pay scales are half of what is here. This is a ground reality. I'm
Yes,
telling
yes, yes, correct.
you. Expenses are also there, but salary is also half of what we are talking about.
Yeah,
So out of that half, you can save a lot because cost of living and all is less, but quality of life also is similar. It's not very great.
yeah.
So you can
Same
live
as
for
India.
years, but you cannot plan your kids will get bored.
Mm.
Uh, when it's not something where you live for very long. For short term, it's okay. So that is the thing. Saudi and all is a little difficult to live. There will be restrictions. Saudi, Kuwait, and all that. There will come with some restrictions. So the salary packages are also very less there.
Less, yeah.
It is not comparable at all to UAE is the highest paying,
Yes.
and among it also Dubai, Abu Dhabi is the highest paying. Second is Dubai because Dubai also is cost of living is less. Abu Dhabi has the highest cost of living and the pay is also highest. So many people in Dubai, they live in Sharjah and they cut expenses. So Dubai will be like 10%, 15% less salary than what they pay in Abu Dhabi.
No, actually, now what's happening in anesthesia training is people are coming in different levels of training, level one, level two, level three. After MD pass outs also, they're coming in different levels. After that, over a period of 5 years, they're becoming even more, leveled into different levels. Top level people only will fit in your place. Otherwise, they can't survive there. That is the reality.
Yeah, yeah,
What I'm telling. The lower
yeah,
level people, they will have to go to these places. Somewhere they have to go now. In India also, it is getting saturated. So they'll go there and then
yeah.
that is how it is.
But very competitive. That much I can tell you because not only Indian, every other Indian would have thought at least about coming to UAE or Dubai or coming here. But same is with Europeans. I have colleagues from all over the Europe. You tell me a country from Europe, there is somebody from there. I didn't even know the names of those countries. So people are there from there also, working in my own department.
Mm.
So all want jobs here because quality of life. I told you the reason.
Yeah.
So everyone is trying for a job here. So you have to compete with them for a job here. Very difficult. Unless you stand apart, you will not make it.
Some strategy should be there to stand out. Only then it's possible.
Yeah. So financial planning was also very important. So like I told you, single earner, it won't make much difference than India. If you do well in India only, you will probably
Yeah.
you'll save a lot. And if you are a double earner, then the game changes. Then because both of you are earning and your expenses will not be very different from a single earner. It will add up little, but not too much. And then for double earners, it is good.
But in
And
Bangalore
clinical,
also, the expenses are
I
gone up. Like if you stay in, Monthly or Prestige or these things, that kind of
know most
apartment.
of here everything is like that. All the apartments are monthly only.
Mm.
So there is no here. So all are monthly.
Yeah.
Every apartment is the whole city is like that. You can come down a little on that, but you cannot vary too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Correct. 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 Correct.
so it is,
True. True. True.
I
True.
hope a lot of myths and ground reality
This is like a
because
MythBuster video.
the numbers that you were showing were very unrealistic. Nobody makes that kind of. So generally, I'll tell you the real fact. So the average Indian doctor would start around in Dubai. He would start around 30 to 35,000 dirhams, and in Abu Dhabi it would be around 40. With experience and with degrees and all that, it will go up a bit. But apart from that, it will not go very high. So I've rarely seen people going beyond 60. An Indian doctor, I'm telling you.
Got it. Got it. But
So
if they come through CCT route, then it might be more.
sorry.
CCT route if they come, like how Anil is doing. Like,
Then you are an UK. Then
mm,
you are a UK candidate. You are a consultant in UK. So the rule in you for UK candidates also is that you have to do UK residency. You have to do CCT, not only FRCA. Only FRCA is useless here. FRCA with CCT, and then I think you need to be a consultant there for at least 1 year.
correct.
Then enter the consultant scale here. So then, and mind you, many hospitals do. They
So
are not Indians then.
then
They are
then
UK.
they're UK.
By the time you do your CCT and take one more year and do there, you will be UK passport holder, you will be a UK citizen, and you will be a UK consultant. So they will come in their own scale. So
Correct.
UK people will get around, I think maybe about 75, 80 is their starting. So somewhere there they start,
No, that is what it is.
and it's different.
75,
But
80.
mind you, many hospitals cannot afford this much.
Mm.
So, and nowadays even Indians with consultant license like
Might
me,
become
we are also there.
expensive.
So now it's
Correct.
difficult for them also to get that pay and get people from there.
Like,
So
what is the policy?
ultimately, finance is much
10 notice are there, 10 consultants are required, or 3 consultants and 7 specialists are enough, something like that.
nothing like that.
Mm.
Nothing like that. Any hospital can run with a specialist or a consultant. There is no difference at all.
Okay.
So any specialist, any consultant do anything. So it is just based on your where you come from and what country you came from that the differentiation was
That
there.
hospital requirement.
Everybody does work similar. It is not like consultant and specialist is based on the level of experience, or in India like
India consultant
consultant
only can give start OT actually.
nothing like that. here. So everybody does everything here. In fact, many of the places specialists do more than consultants. So
Got it.
it is not at all. And many hospitals don't have consultants at all. So one reason I think why they started giving this license eligibility to everyone was because many hospitals didn't have consultant. They were only running with specialists. Even the HOD was a specialist, so everyone was. So maybe now they want more pool of consultants to manage the system. But there is no difference in work division at all. Everybody does the same work.
But it's a kind of a status, this thing, that consultant uh, position and
Yeah,
all.
currently it is only that, but maybe in the future, even financially, it will be different.
Yes.
People will get. So slowly, it takes time for change. No, so just now they started this. So from past 6-7 months, this consultant exam started. So many of us got the license.
Correct, correct.
In the future, maybe things will change. Obviously, they would have planned something. So nothing is done without a reason. So their planning would be maybe to cut cost for
Yeah,
getting American consultants or those kind of heavy salary consultants because they have to pay them a lot to bring
correct.
them from there. They want to manage with
Same
other
thing.
country peoples.
India also same thing they will do. Like 4 5 big consultants will be there, and rest will be senior residents and associates and all this people.
Mm. Here, no, all that resident, senior resident, everything. No? Here, everybody has to work.
Okay.
Whoever is in the system has to work. Even the HOD will work. Even my boss, HOD also, even if he's a HOD, he will do 10 hours of OT work alone. He will go to an OT, start his OT, do everything. So nobody is in India. Actually, there is a lot of difference like that. If you
Mm.
become senior, you will become more of a manager or administrator. You will get work done from others.
Correct.
Here, you will do some amount of that. Everybody does some amount of that, but everybody has to do clinical work, and nobody can take your clinical work and share it and all that. Nothing. Everybody works hard here. That is the thing. Even a 65-year-old consultant or senior HOD is also working the same way like you.
So
And very
many,
nice. You feel in a way that you don't even so there is no differentiation at all. So
but
you don't feel that
two
hierarchy
main
and seniority.
two mythbusters you have done. Number one mythbuster is the amount of money that you save is actually less. Second mythbuster is the relaxed life is not there. You have to work hard actually during the. You started.
Relaxed life, getting a job is a dream here.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to get a job also.
And third mythbuster is you maintain the job is the main target rather than growing. So to maintain, you have to be top of the game all the time. You have to perform.
That's it. Most of the people here are just want to sustain their job. That's all. It's not
So
about growth. I will grow up.
looks like better I'll stay in India only.
It's your decision. You want to do 3 OTs, 4 OTs, struggle for 12 hours a day, 6 days, 7 days a week, or
Leaves is
you come
not.
here, you get quality time. Like we work hard during the weeks, but weekends you're off. I
It's a
work for 5 days,
Friday.
2 days, yeah, 5 day week. Then you have marked annual leaves, 25 annual leaves we have. So all this comes, it becomes a great stress reliever. You can travel, you can go home, you can meet your family. I never used to get time to meet my family when I was in India. 3 4 years, first 3 4 years, I hardly went and saw my parents. Now it's like every 2 3 months I go to India. I'm more in India than here. That's what people tell me. Every 1 or 2 months I'm traveling.
No, you spend more time with your family than me actually.
I got more time for my family, got more time for my passions also.
Got
I
it.
do all my
Playing cricket.
sports, whatever. Yeah, yeah. So everything you can do whatever you want. So all that is there. So it creates a very good work-life balance. The
Got it.
quality of life overall is very good. It's very difficult once you work here to, you know, think of coming back and working in India. Is you have to challenge yourself.
No, I don't think anybody has come back, not till now. Who has come there?
Okay. I'll tell you the real fact. Nobody will come
Nobody.
unless you have a very very strong reason from
Like parents
family
or
or some family problems or health issues of parents or some major things.
yes, yes.
Nobody goes. So they either go here, go back from here, retired,
Mm.
or they go to the West for a better life. So some people think that, okay, I'm spending a lot of years here, but I will not get anything because my children will not ultimately our children will have to go back to India, or they have to go to other countries or find their way. So they're kind of stuck in middle ground. So many people will go to the West, try to again do their starting from scratch, get citizenship. So that is the only thing that after a few years you feel like, you're in this country, everything is good, you call it home, but it's not actually, kind of home, because it's never going to be, you're never going to be a citizen of this country. So that feeling gets to some people, but some people have very clear targets. They'll come here, they'll make their living, they'll earn, they'll go back to India and retire. So that those people are very happy. Some people come here, they use it as a jumping platform. So few years, make some money, have good experience, then go to other countries like UK, Australia, blah blah blah, and jump. So different people have different things. So you should come with a very specific target of what you want to do here. And many people, mind you, most of them who come here saying that I will come work for 3 years, 5 years, make some money and come back. Never they go back. I've seen those people staying here for 5 years. They'll tell 25 years also they won't go back. I've seen those people. Every time you meet them, they'll tell you another 2 years, then I'll go back. That's it. So those people will never go back. They will complete their complete service here and go back. It was very difficult for them, for their families, or once you get adjusted to this lifestyle, no? It's very difficult.
7, 8 years you work there and then make some money and come back and you can take a cool job in India. This is what everyone
That
thinks.
will never that will never happen, because after that 7 8 years your targets would have changed, your lifestyle would have changed, your expenses would have changed. You would have thought bigger things. So it will keep going on. Nobody will, and uh, it's difficult.
Super. Then a lot of points we discussed. I think if somebody sees this one video, I think they will get a total understanding about.
And one more important point I'd
Yeah.
like to tell people is, if you come here, you have to have family support.
Hmm.
If you come as a young family with kids, very difficult, because you have to manage work pressures and also manage kids. You will get family help here. You will get house help. Like I have a housemate. She stays with us in our family. But still, some parent or somebody, if is there, somebody is there to help you out, then it makes life very easy. So every time you move out of country, that is what we miss. We miss the family
Support.
support system. If you can set up some that for some, if you have young kids, older kids are okay, but young kids, you need to think about this also. Very important part. Many people struggle with that also. And the most important mistake that people do is, I will go and earn, my family will be back in India, and I will earn for a few years and go back. Never it will happen. They get stuck here. So
Oh.
they'll keep earning. After a few years, they cannot go back, because the moment you think about Indian salary and your salary, you will say, no, 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 I cannot. And then their family and children will get stuck there, and you will, the person working here will be stuck here. So that is a very, very bad thing. So that's what
Yeah.
we suggest to people who want to come here. Come as a family, have a plan, have a long term plan, and come as a family. Don't come alone. You get stuck.
And after that, getting a job in India also gets tough. Like in your seniority, to come back and again
Yeah.
getting a job here, that also
No,
becomes tough.
India already everything will be saturated. No?
Yeah.
We have to invest somewhere and find a job. That's all.
Correct.
So the most people who go back, what they do is,
You make your own
they invest
hospital.
in a major hospital, invest in a major
That is
team,
best.
and then they work just to, because most of them would have had enough savings to sustain. They just want to work to keep busy.
Yeah.
It's not like they want to make money out of working. So
So
they
even
go to
even
just keep.
according to you, that also won't happen because you continue working there only.
No, no. Some people go. Some people go also. Like once their children are settled, no, that is the prime. Once, because most of the children from here go to the West to study. So that is a very, very expensive affair. So most of them will wait for their children to finish their bachelors. Once they put them into the university, they do their bachelors, they find their life. That's it. Then your responsibilities are over. Then people go back to India, they invest, they get returns, and you plan a retirement. Many people don't go also. Many people keep working here for the quality of life. I've seen people who have children, have settled, married, gone abroad, done everything. Now they don't want to go back because they're happy living here, and they keep working, and they're very fit also. So they try to maintain the fitness because they work also like that. India, the problem is as you age, you don't work and
Yeah.
you become more relaxed. And the more
Obese.
you work, the more fitter you'll be.
Correct. Got it. Okay, superb, Nitin. So, lot of mythbusters and a lot of values there in this video. It will circulate throughout India, and
I
it
think
is
most of the people who seriously think about UAE would have heard about all this from their friends or from their circles.
no,
I
no,
just wanted to make things clear because no, most of them who plan for UAE or write the exam, no, they already would have done their research. So most of this information many will have before coming here or even before thinking about coming here. So everybody does all this research, but I think it was not there on your channel. So
Mm.
that's why I thought to put it across will be better.
Yes, yes, yes. Many aspiring Middle East anesthesia people are there in my channel. So for them, it will be a myth buster. Yes.
Mm.
Okay. So thank you, Nitin. Thank you very much. As usual, Dr. Dheeraj Masapu logging off. Roger that.